So this is a two-date bank reconciliation because we're going to reconcile for 2 dates. Okay, so that is you will start from the last month nga balance, and then you get the balance ending. Okay, so for example here we have 2 months, so we have January and then the balance for February. So you cannot arrive with a bank reconciliation in February if you're not able to settle for the January bank recon. Kinahanglan ni siyang ma-determine nimo. Okay, so these are the given. So these are the items. So you have the cash in bank per ledger. So this is on the side of the book. Book ni siyang side. And this is the bank side. So you have the balance on January 31. Okay, so that's 50,000. Book debits for February, including January credit memo for note collected of 15,000 pesos. So, di ba remember, pag book debits na siya, pasabot, di ba sa cash man ni cash in bank per ledger, sa books man ni nga side, if it's a book debits, meaning these are additions, ba? Gi-add na siya sa imuhang cash in bank. If book credits na siya, these are deductions from your bank account. Okay? So, this 200,000 includes this January credit memo for the note collected. So, appeal na siya dire. Book credits for February, meaning these are the disbursements. So, this include the NSF checks of 5,000 and service charge of 1,000 for January. And the amount is 180. For the bank statement, your balance on January 31 is 84,000. Bank credits for February. Remember, if it's a bank credit, meaning these are added to your balance by the bank, 170. But this includes the CM for note collected of 20,000 and January deposit in transit of 40. So out of the 170 na ay money nga gikan pa sa last month, which is kaning 40. And then kani na ay note collected. Okay? Then you have bank debits. Remember, if it's a bank debit, that's a charge against your account. That's 130. But out of the 130, na ay NSF adto nga 10,000 and na ay January outstanding check na 65,000. Now, let's prepare the bank reconciliation for January and February. So this is the bank recon. You will start with the balance per book on January 31, which is this one, 50,000. Okay, so you copy that here. And remember, since we're on the book side, so we add the credit memo and we deduct the debit memo. Okay, so for the credit memo, we have the note collected. This is your credit memo. Okay, so that's 15. Is this correct? Okay, so you have 50 plus 15. Now, why do you add 15 man, ma'am? I-add na siya because wala pa na nimo na record sa books. Nga wala pa nimo siya na record sa books. Kaya ayha pa nimo na discover that you have a collection but it was collected directly sa bank account nimo but you're not aware of it. So you haven't prepared an entry yet on your own books sa imong journal. So mo na siya nga i-add nimo siya. Then you deduct the debit memos. Again, you deduct this one because these are already charged against your bank account based on the information in your bank statement, but sa imong books wala pa man na siya ni reflect. So since these are charges, you need to deduct. So therefore, 65 minus 5,000 minus 1,000, you will get the adjusted book balance of 59,000. Then we prepare the bank recon on the side of the bank. So we will begin with the balance per bank January 31, which is given here. And then we're going to add the deposit in transit, 40,000. And this reflects the January deposit in transit. You will not include the CM, the credit memo. Yan, hindi naman siya i-appeal because these are already recorded sa bank. Because that info on the credit memo is from the bank. So, since we're reconciling the bank records, you no longer need to add it because it's already reflected in your balance per bank. So, ang i-record na mo sa balance sa bank reconciliation nga bank nga side is katong mga items nga wala pa na-reflect dito nga side. So, we're on the side of the bank. So, ang wala pa ma-record dito, katong deposit in transit from January. Okay? So, imuha siyang i-add ng 40,000. Okay? Nga naman i-add man na siya, ma'am. Kay last month, i-deposit na unta na siya. Sorry. Karon nga buwan, i-deposit na unta na siya. Pero, wala siya kaabot. Okay? So, wala na siya kaabot atong deposit. Wala na siya na-appeal siya sa deposit in transit. Okay? So, you have remember that these are the bank credits for February. So, dito sa February siya na reflect. Pero, na-appeal sa February ang katong January nga deposit in transit. So, muna siya nga, i-reconcile yun ni Muning 40 sa January nga balance. Then, you deduct the outstanding check from January. Okay? As na siya gikan, so you have the outstanding check from January. Nga naman, ma'am, nga naman na sa bank debits, ma'am, 130. Kani man kung bank debits for February is February siya nga bulan. So, kaning 65, wala na siya ilabot dapat sa i-account for February. Kaya nabilong man siya sa January. That's why, ang i-adjust na to nga balance here is kaning para sa January. So, 124 minus 65 is 59,000. So, you can see nga, nag-balance sila. Okay? So, maayo if during your first computation, they're already in balance. But if they do not have the same balance, meaning it's either the book side is wrong or the bank side is wrong ang pagka-compute. So, you need to determine which one is the correct balance. But, para practical, maka-save daw time, most of the time, ang mas reliable nga amount nga bilion is on the side of the bank. Nga mas reliable man siya, ma'am, because sa bank mang good is you can somehow be assured that there will be no mistakes in the recording, hopefully, because 'di ba pag masayop sila og record, ilaha man ang accountability. Diba? Sila may maalkansi kung masayop sila. Makatapal sila kung magkuwang. And ang ihang reconciling items kay few lang. You only need to consider deposit in transit, outstanding check, and if there are any errors. Mara man imong consider. Sa book nga side man good is napay credit memos, nya daghan man tag mga credit memos nga ma-involve. Debit memos, daghan po dang pwedeng ma-involve. And then, napay mga book errors. So, kung ganahan ta makaibawon sa may mas kasaligan nga amount. So, sa bank side nga reconciliation. Okay? Now, let's proceed for the month of February. Okay? So, balance per book for February. Kung matinga mo, ma'am, ngano mang dili maning 59 ang gigamit? Ani, di ba? Nga kani man kaha ang adjusted balance, di ba? Kung unsay ending sa January, mauna sad na ang gamiton sa February. So remember, this is February 28. So this is at the end of the month. Okay? So, end of the month ni siya. Kani siya, dili na nimo na siya i-reflect dito sa bank. Dili na nimo adjust ang tong bank. Ikaw na lang mag-adjust ani sa imuhang books. Okay? So, ang bank, dili necessary nga ang bank, ihapon ni adjust niya, himuon po ni niyang 59,000 dili. Padayunan gyud na niya na 84. I-record man na niya kung unsa ra po iyang nadawat. So, kung nadawat niya na pag February dyan na siya mabilong. Kaya di man na siya makaibaw kung intended ba gina siya for January or intended ba na siya for February? Kay what if na late ka, last day of the month ka of January nag-deposit, so pwede nga mo reflect na siya sa February. So, dili na mag-adjust si bangko ani. I mean, sa iyang books ba, sa iyang records ito, dili na niya usbon nga para mahimo sad siyang 59,000. Yes, is to niya padayon. Pero for the sake of knowing how much is the real balance in your bank, cash in bank, so magama ka ning bank reconciliation. So, balik ta. How to record the balance per book. So, you will start with the balance per book on February 28. Is this given? Tanaw na to. Balance per book, 50. Wala, di ba? So, i-compute na siya. Okay, how do you compute? Mani siya tong 2 dates siya because we have the January. It's necessary in order for you to compute for February. Okay, so how do we compute? So, for the balance per book, we will start with the balance per bank. Balance per book, January 31. So, okay, so we'll start with the balance per book on January 31, which is, this is given, 50,000. Then you add the book debits during February. Okay, what are the book debits during February? Okay, so this is given here. You have 200,000. And then you deduct the book credits during February. So you have 180,000. Now you get the balance per book for February. So specifically, February 28. Magungutana mo, ma'am, February diri, February sa diri, February po diri. Ngayon, January 31 man ni, kung dili man siya February, pwede na po ganahan mo himon yung February 1. Basta kay, kung ending na siya sa January, mo na siya beginning for February. Okay, so you have 70,000. So, i-plot mo diri, 70,000. Next is, you have note collected by the bank for February. So, pangitaon ni mo, asa mo diri ang CM nga February. So, dara, na including CM for the month of February, that's 20,000. Okay, so you have 20,000. So, copy diri. And there are no other credit memos, so therefore this is your total. And then you deduct the NSF check. Remember, this should be for February. So what is the NSF check for February? So you look for the NSF. This one, including NSF checks of 5,000, but this is for January. Here you have NSF check of 10,000 for February. So this is the one. Okay, you have 130,000. But remember, 130 is for the entire bank debits. You only need the NSF. So this is the amount, 10,000. So that's why you deduct the NSF check of 10,000 and you will get the adjusted book balance, which is 80,000. Next is on the bank side. Okay, so you have balance per bank, February 28, which you need to compute. So, compute ni mo. Okay, you'll start with the balance per bank, January 31, which is given, you have 84,000. Okay. And then you're going to add bank credits during February. So that is 170,000. So you check here. So you have 170. And then you deduct the bank debits during February. You have 130,000. So this is here, 130. And then you have balance per bank for February. Now you have 124,000. Okay, so that's the balance per bank for February. Okay. And then letter C, okay, you have Okay, you have 124,000 balance per bank on February 28th. So this is now the correct balance per bank. But remember, this is still unadjusted. Remember, you need to adjust for the deposit in transit and outstanding checks. So for the deposit in transit, you need to compute. So, di ba, puro computation siya. So, you will start with the deposit in transit on January 31. Asa may nakukuhaon, ma'am? Remember, pangitaon ni mo asa tong DIT for January. Tanaw dire. CM, NSF, CM, o dara. Deposit in transit for January. Ano January man ang ako ang appeal. Sakto ba? January. Okay. Okay. Mag-start man ka sa last month. Because your last month is the ending balance last month is the beginning balance for this month, so 40. You add the cash receipts deposited during February. Okay? So, how much is katong na-deposit sa bangko? Kung tanawon ni mo diri, okay, kung tanawon ni mo diri, di ba? Asa man ang deposit ani sa bank? Ang deposit diri sa bank is kaning debits, book debits. Okay, kaya di ba mo man siya na-add sa bank. However, remember nga, dili tanan nga book debits diri is para sa month of February. Kay naay nabilong aning 200,000 nga para sa January. So, wala siya labot sa 200,000 na February balance. That's why what we did is your book debits of 200,000 was deducted by the January credit memo for note collected of 15,000. So you will get 185,000. Okay. Balik. Why is it, ma'am, that we deduct the credit memo? Supposed to be these are receipts, di ba? Dapat appeal man na siya. Remember, credit memos are those items that were added by the bank to your account. Diba? Gi-add sa bangko sa imong account. Pero ikaw, sa imong books, wala pa nimo siya na-record. Unya, nangutan naman diri, kung pila man ang cash receipts nga na-deposit pag February. Since this CM is not for February, kay January man siya, automatic, wala na siya ilabot. Ikaduha, kinahanglan pa ba ni siyang i-deposit dito sa bangko? Pagka February, kaning 15,000, kinahanglan pa ba na mo nang i-deposit sa bangko? No need. Ngano dili naman, these are already deposited in the bank. In fact, the bank collected on our behalf. So, tuwa na siya sa bangko. So, kung ato-apa na siyang i-appeal ani sa pag-add, sabing dili na to na siya i-deduct ang 15,000, magdubli na siya. Diba? Magdubli na. It's no longer to be deposited. It's already deposited there. Remember, we're computing the deposit in transit katong wala pa naabot sa bangko. Unya kung gi-credit na sa bangko sa imuhang account, meaning tuwa na siya dito. So it's no longer in transit. Okay, that's why you will get 185,000. Next, deposits acknowledged by bank in February, meaning these are the deposits nga na-record na ni bank sa sud sa buwan sa February. So, you check unsa man tong yang gipang credit sa imong account. So, here, you have the 170,000. But remember, sa 170,000 nga gi-credit, naa siya credit memo na 20,000, which is kani siya, credit memo ni siya, and you have the 40,000 deposit in transit. So, let's check ang treatment. So, the bank credits of 170, gididakan siya of February credit memo. Ang 20 ray gididak na dire. So, itong 20. Okay, so you have 20 nga credit memo. And then, you have the January deposit in transit. Wala siya gididak. So, katurang 20. So, you have 170 minus 20 is 150. So, wala siya matotal. So, you have 40 plus 185. Bila man siya. This is 225. Okay, 225 minus 150. That's 75. Okay. Ma'am, ngano kaniman ang gididak? Anong gididak man nimo ang February credit memo for note collected? Balik ta. Unsa ganining gisgutan nato? We're talking about deposit in transit. These are deposits nga padung pa sa bangko. So wala pa siya naabot sa bangko. Okay? February credit memo is no longer in transit. Diba? In fact, it's already in the bank. That's why you need to deduct that from the deposits acknowledged by bank in February. Because again, what we're trying to compute here are those deposits that are not yet reflected in your bank statement, or these were not yet received by the bank. If it's already a credit memo, meaning tuwa na siya sa bangko. So, dili na siya in transit. That's why you need to deduct that. Okay? Imuha na siya tangtangon. Okay? So, mara na siya i-deduct. Because it's no longer in transit. And you have here the January deposit in transit. Wala siya gideduct. Nga naman, because this is really among the items that were recognized by the bank. Diba? Tinuod man, na-acknowledge na siya. And it's part of deposit in transit. Wala siya nga, wala na siya i-deduct. Okay, so you will get 75,000. So you add that here. And then, now we move to the outstanding check February. So we need to compute. So we will start with the outstanding checks on January 31. So where do we find that, ma'am? So January 31 outstanding check. We have 65 here. Okay. Now, next is you're going to add the checks drawn by the depositor during February. So, here you have the book credits. Remember, di ba, sa side sa book, pag i-credit na siya, meaning deduction. So, this is an issuance of check or payment of check. Ma'am, nganong gideduct man ng January nga debit memos? Remember, kaning book credits diri apil na tanan nga mga deductions, whether karong buwan or last month nga karon pa na record. Okay? Gideduct ni siya kay again unsay gisgutan nato diri outstanding check. Unsa na outstanding check? Nagamatag cheque, we send that to our payee, and our payee will present that to the bank for encashment, or iyahan na siyang i-deposit sa iyang account. Whether ipa-encash na niya or i-deposit na niya sa iyang account, ang mahitabo sa atoang balance sa bangko, makuhaan. Okay? Maminusan siya. Withdrawal man na siya in the form of check. What is a debit memo? Remember, a debit memo is a charge by the bank against our account. Ya, ma'am, charge man ng checks. Remember na ang debit memo represents mga non-check nga mga items. For example, naa siya bank service charge. Dili man na siya check eh. So therefore, wala ginailabot sa checks drawn. So tanaw na to diri unsa maning na ay NSF. This is NSF. Ito ba? This is 6,000. So this one is 6,000. Okay. Okay, here you have the NSF check of 5,000 and service charge of 1,000. So, mo ni siya ang total is 6,000. So, mga NSF na siya og service charge. Ma'am, nga gyapon man tong check eh. Because these are charges. Nga charges man na siya. These are charges that are not represented by checks. What does it mean, ma'am? Pag NSF check man gud na siya, meaning issue og cheque, unya natin mo nag-issue check, naka-receive tag check day, we receive a check from our customer, our client, and then we deposited it in the bank. So pag deposit nato sa bangko, it turned out wala din siya sulod. So ang nahitabo, wala tay nadawat nga payment kay no sufficient fund man siya. So ang buhaton ni bank, inigdawat man gud ni bank sa cheque, iyang i-deposit sa ato ang account. Iha ba siyang i-add sa ato ang account. Unya pag clearing na wala dito'y sulod. So sa may buhaton na sad ni bank, dili na niya i-minus adtong deposit, dili niya dito i-charge, ibutang na niya dito sa column sa withdrawals. Okay? Again, ngano naaman siya NSF check, ma'am? Kita ang naka-receive og payment gikan sa ato ang customer. So we receive the payment from our customer in the form of check. When we receive the check, ang normal procedure is we recognize the receipt. So we debit cash or cash in bank and we credit accounts receivable. So in effect, we deduct the balance of our customer. We consider it as already paid. Okay? Next, i-deposit na to sa bank. I-deposit na to sa bank, same procedure, the bank will recognize it as a deposit. Diba? So, i-recognize na niyang deposit. Pag clearing pa, sa clearing, ma'am, i-check niya ang validity sa signature, ang sufficiency sa funds, ato nga bank account. Kay, pwede man na siya nga lahi nga bangko ang gi-issuehan ato nga cheque niya lahi ang bank po nga nag-receive sa deposit. So, i-clearing pa na siya. Pag clearing, if discovered na kulang day ang money, so iyahan ng himuong NSF check. What the bank will do is that dili niya dito i-minus sa deposit. Diba, gi-record naman niya as deposit, diba? Dili niya dito na i-minus. But, ibutang na niya sa column sa withdrawals. Dito niya ibutang sa mga disbursements. So, murag as if nag-release ta og cheque. When in fact, wala man siya tayo release nga cheque. Diba? Previously gani, kita'y nakadawat sa payment. Pero, tungod kay ang bangko, gibutang man niya sa column sa withdrawals, so dapat, para parehas sa atong side, dapat ibutang po nato siya sa withdrawals. So, balik ta diri nga naman nga, i-deduct man na siya, ma'am, sa mong book credits. Remember, book credits are disbursements, diba? So, i-deduct siya kay wala man, dili man na siya nato payment. Diba? Na-remember nyo akong story? It's not our check drawn. Dili kita ang nag-issue sa cheque. Ang nag-issue sa cheque, ang customer. Nya kita'y gibayaran. So, is the check, NSF check, part of the outstanding checks? No. Dili siya outstanding check because we're not the one issuing the check. We're the one receiving the check. That's why tangtangon siya sa book credits. Kaya dili man siya disbursement. Okay? Napil lang siya sa charges. Another one, katong bank service charge. Apil ba na siya sa checks drawn? No, it's not even a check. Diba? Dili siya checking. Ano naman, ang bangko may nagdeduct. Wala man ka nagpirma og cheque or nag-issue og cheque ana. Gi-charge lang largo sa bangko. So that's why tangtangon nimo siya sa checks drawn because the service charge and the NSF checks are not checks drawn by the depositor. So you will get the difference. You have 174 and then you add, so you will get 239,000. Next is checks paid by the bank during February, meaning mo ni ang na-recognize di bangko. So, na-release na niya nga payment. So, you'll start with the bank debits but you deduct the February NSF check. Ngano gani nga tangtangon na to ang NSF check? Kaya ang NSF check, dili kita ang nag-issue, wala tay gibayaran. Kita may nakadawat og cheque, unya wala daytoy sulod. Okay? So, nga nung mag-i-apply naman siya sa bank debit, so mag-i-apply sa charges, kaya lagi, if it turned out that it does not have any enough balance, what the bank will do is, ibutang na niya sa column sa withdrawals. So, para balance ato ang aside, kung i-reflect na ni bank sa withdrawal, dapat kita po sa books, apply po na siya sa withdrawals. Pero, wala gi-checking nga, gi-issue lagi, kay dili man lagi kita ang nagbayad. Kita may gibayaran, pero wala daytoy sulod. Okay, so 239 minus 120, it's 119,000. And then you plot, and then you get the difference, you'll get 80,000. So, balance sila. If you like this video, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated with the latest video lessons. Thank you for watching.